Good morning, everybody. I'm trying to get so I'm not washed out and nothing in here is washed out, but it is what it is. I'm in my tiny little home. And it just is what it is. I have one big light over top that lights up the whole area instead of a bunch of tiny little lights that you can't see nothing. So I had a lot of requests to see how my tiny home is coming along. I haven't made a whole lot of changes. I did add this really cool butterfly chair, which is kind of comfortable. It does lean back a lot more than I'd like it to. So I have my pillow that I've had for a long time, just so that I could put it in the back. I sit here quite often. I love it. I'll sit here and watch YouTube videos and watch beading videos, and then I have my bead station, my workstation right here on the other end of the table. This is where all my beading is done. And then my beading storage. It's getting better. It is getting a lot better. I want to thank Joey. I've got these little containers like this, these from the Dollar Tree, and I've sorted all the baggies into that. Plus I have my containers like this in here, and it's a process. All right, it's just a long process, and I still have a bunch of stuff to get rid of. I'm trying to have a yard sale, but having a yard sale, it's nice one day, rains a day or two, nice 1 or 2 days, rain, and then it'll say, oh, it's going to be nice, and then we get downpoured on, or it's going to rain and nothing happens. So you can't really trust the weather, no matter what site you look at. So that's kind of where I'm at. I do have that big mirror covered up. I hated it. It's way too much mirror. I'm not. I mean, there's 3 big mirrors in just this little tiny space. It's not needed. I don't mind having this because, you know, I'll stand here, do whatever, and that really needs to be cleaned. And I need to vacuum, and I know I do. It just is what it is. Now, my refrigerator, I thought, run on electricity, you know, because the camper is plugged into power, straight into, like, house power. It does not turn on, and it's supposed to, I thought. So Allan has a refrigerator right outside the camper here. It is still inside the big building because we have had extreme high winds, a lot of storms, hail, everything imaginable. And this old camper, the top of it is kind of washboardy. So, yeah, if I was to have this outside right now, it would be leaking, and I don't want that. I still have not, I'm sorry, it's thousands of dollars to put a awning over top of this camper or even build a roof. So it's not possible. It would be cheaper to buy a newer camper, which still isn't going to happen. I don't have that kind of money. You know, it's just going to be in here until we can get where it can be safely outside without having an issue, because this is my tiny home, and I really don't want to have water running in on me. I don't want to take a shower where I'm living. Okay, so what we're going to do today, I figured I'd show you cooking a meal. Now this is going to draw power because I am plugged in. this thing draws power inside. It just is what it is. I have a, whatchamacallit, I do have an update on my gastroparesis. It's, and maybe I'll do the update on a separate video because it's going to be long, and it's going to be, let's just say there's not a whole lot left that I can actually eat without being in extreme pain. So what I'm making today is egg salad. I'm making egg salad for myself because I can mash it, and I'm making Allan deviled eggs. He can eat them. I cannot. Unless I take and mash them up on the plate, which is basically egg salad. I'm going to get my hair in a ponytail because I don't want it flipping around into stuff. So we're going to get that taken care of. All right, so I have, you do not drink water at Allan's, and you do not cook with it because it is a very small well, and it's out in the pasture, and it's always been this way. So I may have to go get me some more water because I don't think 2 bottles is going to cover. I miscalculated. It might cover 8 eggs. We'll just go ahead and put some cold bottles in. And then I have some cold water to rinse my eggs in. Because we are inside the building, I'm not hooked up to a water containment. So, I do most of my cooking in Allan's, but I do make a few things out here. It just is what it is. Just for the ease of things, I did bring in, you know, a few things so I didn't have to run in and out. Yeah, I probably will need to add a little more water, not a whole lot, because the eggs aren't really covered. There's 6, 7, 8. One of these was kind of fractured. Which one was it? I probably put it in there. Well, I'll make sure that's one I use for egg salad. They're all covered now, so we'll go ahead. You're going to see this draw the power. We're going to put it between medium and high. I am going to give it a shake of salt and cover it and let it start to boil. How many of you have this little doodad from Tupperware? I love this thing. I am going to get my onion cut up. I'll put you guys down where you can watch. So I'm taking it for just a short little ride. I'll probably have to put you down just a little more. Oh, that was that one. So you can see me do this. And get my knife and an onion. For me, myself, I have to have my onion pretty much chopped to oblivion because that's going to smoke because it's dusty. I probably should have done this on the cutting board, but that's okay. I have some onions that need to be used. Let's get rid of that. I cannot have any seeds, any anything like that. So I just want the flavor of having an onion in my food. I'm gonna make sure that's on there. Make sure they're connected. We have this cute little handle. I'm gonna put it on the table and pull it. You see how pulverized that onion is? That's how I have my onion. I'm going to top it all down. I'm going to do it again. I'm going to show you how finely chopped my onion is. And that's how I have my onion. That's, you know, standard. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to bring you back up. Sorry if I make everybody dizzy. I don't mean to. Whoops, I have you stuck on the chair leg. I'm going to get Allan's dish out. I need a spoon and a fork. So this all kind of, I'll show you. I mean, it is like, get it back so you can see that really good. So it's kind of, if you have a Tupperware consultant, guys, get online and get you one of these little, let me show you the box it comes in, because I keep mine in the box. This is what it's called, is Chop and Prep Chef, and it is the best chopper. They have the really big one, and I have it also to make like salsa and things like that in. Amazing. I can't eat the salsa, but I love this thing for cutting my onions. So it's not quite boiling. What else can I show you? I have my laundry sitting in front of my bed. So let's see. I have my salt, my pepper. We'll get that on the table. I'm going to set this over here out of the way. I don't need none of that right now. I think I've got enough. I believe I have enough onion. I don't want to use too much. So how about if we're waiting for that, I sit down and we have a little chit chat. I could turn my chair a little bit so that I'm facing the light. Put my pillow up and I put you guys down so that we can talk. So this winter, you're seeing the back of Allan's old truck. This winter when it was 30 below zero, I was definitely inside. So gastroparesis, some people, there are even babies born with it. And I was diagnosed probably 5 years ago with it. So for me, it's gone very slowly on being, on its progression, but it also goes by leaps and bounds as to how do I want to put it? As to how what I can eat and what I can't. Right now, I'm down to things being pureed or very soft foods, or I used to be able to eat like ground beef. I have a stone in my slipper. Um, or when like yesterday, I normally could eat like hamburger helper with the hamburger chopped up really good. um I got extremely ill last night. I was like, I was in so much pain, and I finally told Allan, I says, I can't anymore. I can eat fish. I can still eat fish. Salmon is a big nope. um there's some things that I cannot eat, even if it was a safe food category, it still makes me sick. So, um, I'm what they call a gainer. Anything that enters my body sets in my stomach and ferments, and it just turns into fat tissues. But now that I'm down to the point where everything is basically starch, I can eat, those ramen cup of soups, those Nissan, whatever they're called, cup of soups. I can eat those. But I feel like I'm in starvation mode all the time. Um, Last night, I don't know what time it was, because this isn't hooked up to um, water drainage type stuff. I come out of the bathroom and I told Allan, it was like 11:30, quarter to 12. I said, I think I know what I can do to help. The starvation, feeling like I'm starving, is because I'm not getting the protein. I'm not getting the vitamins. I don't know where the idea came from. I thought of it and I was like, you know what? I grew up eating deviled ham and I love the stuff. Like toast, not real crispy toast, but lightly toasted bread, little bit of butter, your deviled ham, and then lightly mayonnaised. And I was thinking, maybe I need to do that a couple of times a week, just one slice, because bread causes a lot of problems. So I'm very cautious on how much bread I eat, and if I can, toast it. So, it's a whole learning what you can have, what you can't have. So, when I lived in the apartments and I shared food in the food pantry, there was always stuff on the table in the community building that, when I took stuff I could no longer eat to the community building, there was always stuff there all during the month that I could pick up that I could eat. And the eggs are boiling. So let me look at the time on here, 8:46. Let me turn them down just a hair. I'll turn you around so you can see the stove, because that's a hard boil. So we're going to turn it down to medium and see where the boil's at. Just a little below medium. Cool. Right about there. It's a nice boil. I do need this to check my eggs with. Okay. So, as I was saying, at the community building, I always had something I could get in place of what I couldn't eat. I could trade with others and pick up stuff I could eat. Here, I would like take out the stuff that I can't eat, what Allan doesn't want, and I would ask people, do you want this? Do you want this? But there's no way to trade back. And now that I'm to the point where I cannot eat 95% of what I get from the food pantry, I'm starting to wonder if it's worth me driving 30 minutes one way to go to the food pantry, because I live way out in the country now. And that's how long it takes to get there. So, you know, it's, and my food haul, pantry haul videos used to get 1,000 views within like a day and a half. Now they're not even getting 500 views in 1 month. So something's happening there. I don't know what's going on. So, is it worth it when A, I'm not making any money on the views, which, you know, and then B, I'm not able to eat most of what I get now. So I'm going to pause you and talk to Allan and bring you back when the eggs are done. So my eggs are done, and I'm just going to put them in this cold water and let them set. I've got so far just one cracked shell. That's probably the egg that was cracked because the lady that checked me out let the belt roll and crushed my egg carton. And then she's like, oh, they look okay, they look okay. And I was like, whatever, chick. So when you take your eggs out, if they dry immediately like that, they're done. So I'm just going to take them out. And because I don't want this hot water to be splashing, I'm going to put it in the sink. Just set that kettle down in there. Less chance of me wearing it. I'm just going to kind of let these eggs that are on top down in the bottom so that they can cool. Come on, agree with me. We're going to let them cool. I'll be back. So you're going to hear Allan outside mowing. He did hook up the refrigerator. It does only run on 12 volt or gas. So we have it hooked up. And I'm just going to peel a couple of these with you. And I always buy, like, if I'm going to make egg salad or something like that, I always buy my eggs. Like, just within a couple days, I'm going to make the egg salad. That way they peel good. You know, the older the egg, harder it is to peel it. This one does have like a film over it, so it's a little older in the carton than the rest of them for some reason. As you can see, he's not wanting to peel like the rest of them did. But we'll just go easy and work that peel off. Oops. And I am using the hot water because it's cooled off to rinse my eggs with. And what I'll do is I'll just go ahead and show you. Oh, that's onion. Okay. I always cut my egg because I'm going to make deviled eggs for Allan. I'll do his deviled eggs first. I want to make sure I have, that's just from the knife. I want to make sure I have 4 good eggs for him. Wash my hands. I always keep my hands rinsed when I do this, because if your hands get sticky, it's going to be hard to make it. Get rid of the egg goop. Let me grab a paper towel. I usually have one out and I don't. That's always helpful. Okay, so I have 4 good eggs for him. And I'm going to show you how I make my deviled eggs. So I'm going to put these in here. Put those there. I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to grab my fork. A little bit of onion. Mayonnaise, mustard, and pickle juice. Guys, it doesn't take a lot of any of this. So I literally want just a drizzle. Oops. I'm going to open my mayonnaise. Oh, this is a brand new jar. And just the tiniest bit of mayonnaise. It doesn't take much. I'm going to wipe that off because I'm going to need to dip that in my pickle juice. I'm going to start mashing this. So it looks like that. Just a dash of pepper, because this is a small amount. What I do with my salt shaker. Just a dash of salt. And like a teaspoon of pickle juice. Oh, I left my refrigerator door open. It's yelling at me. And then I can add just a little bit more as I need it. And that is about the correct consistency. I maybe want, let me take a taste. Let's add just a dash more of this. And not a lot more pickle juice, just like a drizzle. And then I'm going to take and just I'm not being fancy. Just like that. And I have his bowl. So that's what it looks like when it's done. I'm not getting all fancy. I'm going to pause you while I finish this up. Okay, so now I'm going to work on my lunch. I have cut my eggs into quarters. It doesn't matter if it stays together or not. And I'm simply going to mash them. I can't eat scrambled eggs. I will often make like an fried egg sandwich where it's kind of like a scrambled egg. I kind of scramble it, but let it stay kind of like all in one piece, almost like an omelet, but it's scrambled. And then I lightly toast my bread. Toasted bread does better. And then I'll get a bunch of this like done up, and then I'll put it in a bowl. And this is the other 4 eggs. This will make quite a bit egg salad. And I do this in the consistency of like if you're gonna rice like your cauliflower or something like that. So I'm going to finish this up and I'll bring you back. Okay, so here's the consistency of my egg. It looks like a lot. Let me get a paper towel, wipe my spoon off, because I stuck it in the water. Okay, now I'm happy. So I'm going to use about that much to start with. I always add my mayonnaise sparingly. And because we are adding liquid, that's where I'm going to start with that. Some pepper. I like pepper, guys. And salt. That's plenty of that. I'm going to add some onions, which is pretty pulverized. Like that's more than enough. Again, keep my spoon clean. I mean, yes, I could get a new spoon out every time for each item, but why? Why waste? And I'm just going to start slowly blending. And I know I need to add more mayonnaise. This is just a starting point. Because if you ever added too much mayonnaise to something, it's a disaster. Now, actually, you don't think I need to add any mayonnaise. Oops, I'm making a mess on the table. It actually looks perfect. I don't like mine too sloppy, because this will go in the refrigerator, and then when I take it out, if I need to, I'll add a little bit more. That actually tastes pretty good. So let me bring you up here. I'm right in your face. I'm sorry, guys. So, this is my lunch. I know the light is washing it out. So we're do it this way. So I'm having egg salad sandwich for lunch. This does have to go in the refrigerator. It's still quite warm. And I'm going to put the lid on it, which I honestly had right here. Get it in the fridge. Get it cooled off. I think this lid. Okay, there we go. Along with Allan's. And I'm going to clean up my kitchen and take care of stuff, put things away, and I think what I'll do is I'll bring you back when it's lunchtime, which is about an hour. So I'll talk to all of you. I'm standing right under the light. So I will talk to all of you guys in a little bit. Bye, guys. Okay, everybody. I'm going to go ahead and fix my lunch. I'm probably going to end up putting too much on my sandwich, but you know what? That's okay. Whatever, right? It is what it is. We'll just leave that right there for now. And I'm going to put my chair a little closer to the table, so I don't have to reach so far. I'll put my cushion up. Okay. Sit here and have lunch with you guys. You're a little crooked because you're half on the carpet, half not on the carpet. So I didn't toast my bread because egg salad on a toasted bread just isn't my cup of tea. But that's how I do my eggs. Kind of like eating a hot dog. Can't eat hot dogs anymore either. So you'll probably not see this video till tomorrow. Today is Memorial Day, so happy Memorial Day, and thank you to all those that served and did serve and the families of those Yeah, I put too much on here, but that's okay. It'll be all right. I know most people are barbecuing and all that. It's just me. So, I'm not barbecuing. Can't eat it anyways. That's another thing that's really hard about having gastroparesis is going places with people like they don't understand that you can't eat. They get mad because you're not eating their food, and they think you're being, you know, or you take your own food that you can't eat, and they get mad. Or people look it up online and they're like, well, people with this disease are supposed to be really skinny. Well, it depends on the person. Gastroparesis is very individual, and it depends on where you're at with the disease. I will tell you, chili, put it in a blender or whatever. It's really good. Put some cheese on it. Probably makes a really good dip too, but I think I've said that before. So if you made it this far, tell me what you had today for your meal. Or if there's any place special you went, or who you're honoring. The ends of the bread are just too bready, if that makes sense. I'll probably do a video on Wednesday. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might do something, I don't know. Might take off and go somewhere. I am changing the name of both of my channels. Just to give everybody a heads up. Because I don't do just haunted stuff. You know, it is what it is. I was planning on going to New York to see my brother in July, but it's a lot of money and I don't have it. What is the farthest you've ever traveled from home or moved away from home? When I was in high school, I always wanted to go to the Art Institute in Fort Lauderdale, but that will be the only thing I eat today. That's food-wise. Everything else will be liquid. Even Jell-O, I have to mash it. So, anyways, I do have something else that I want to do, and I may not put it on Haunted Ramblings, which, by the way, will be something like The Wanderer. And then my jewelry channel will be Rambling Brambles vlogs. That'll be Rustic Dragonfly designs. Excuse me. But that change will be coming up here pretty soon on both channels. So anyways, guys, let me know down below what you would like to see more of. I do have more things coming up that I need to do, and it's getting kind of warm in here. I don't have my fan on. That's what's wrong. But I'll plug it in a little bit. So I wanted to have lunch with you guys, touch base. Let me put you guys up a little bit because I don't feel like sitting back like that. Touch base with everybody. Catch up with everybody. I got so much going on. I do have a earring display I need to put together. I might record that and get it up. I really thought it was supposed to come assembled because it did not say assembly required. So when it came in this box about this big, I was like, what is this? I wasn't happy. So that's something I need to do today. So maybe I'll record it and get it uploaded to this channel also, or probably both channels. I was shocked. So anyways, guys, I want to thank everybody for hanging out. The views have been like really bad. The video that I put out from Truman Dam and the visitor center and all that, the watch time on it on both channels was only like 6 minutes. I was like, are you guys? I had one lady actually watch the whole thing and left a comment. So I thank you very much. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on, but anyways, guys, I'm going to get off here. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to all of you guys. down in the comments below. I'm going to turn my fan on. When I cook in here, it makes it hot. Bye, guys. Thanks for hanging out with me.